G'day, my name's Nathan Lindsell, and welcome to episode number 32 of The Fine Art of Distraction. So, today's episode is actually going to be quite an emotional and very special episode for me. But before I actually tell you why it's going to be so emotional, I have to show you the dry result of last week, which was the Pijama collaboration, because it turned out wicked cool. How insanely awesome is this thing? Yahoo! Hands down, this is my favorite piece that I've done to date. It's literally out of this world! Yahoo! I am so happy with how this turned out. But not only does it look this good, if I was to turn the lights off, which there's no point turning them off at the moment because it's daytime and I've got the blinds wide open, but if I was to turn the lights off, this thing actually glows in the dark. But not only does it glow in the dark, all of the colours, apart from the planets, are actually all done with neon pigments. So if I was to actually hit it with a UV light, all of those colours would actually become fluorescent. How cool is that? Yahoo! Alrighty, so now let's talk about today's episode and why it's so emotional for me. When this actually airs, it will be the 9th of October, which was actually the last time that we actually got to say goodbye to my brother Jeff. Jeff was actually taken away from us in such a cruel, violent, and evil way. And a lot of you guys out there know exactly what happened, and I don't really want to go into it too much, but I do want to touch on one topic. If you or you know someone that's in a domestic violence relationship, please ask for help or offer some help, because we didn't know how bad Jeff's relationship was. There was signs that it wasn't a healthy relationship, but we didn't know how bad it was. And if we knew, we would have helped him. But unfortunately, he was taken away from us in such an evil way that now we can't laugh with him, we can't joke with him, we can't go out to meals with him. And I know that he looks down over us all the time because he leaves signs all the time that he's there. Like we'll hear songs on the radio that are his favourite, and we know that he's there with us. But we never have that opportunity to laugh with him anymore. So please, if I can offer any advice, and I hope that you please take my advice, if you are in a domestic violence relationship, or you know someone that's in a domestic violence relationship, please seek help or offer some help. I will link some helpline phone numbers and websites in the description box below. We didn't know how bad it was. Jeff never actually asked for help. We don't know if he was too scared to ask for help, or he was probably too embarrassed to ask for help, because it's not every day that you hear that your girlfriend's beating you up. But yeah, so we're probably thinking it was more along the lines of he was too embarrassed to come forward and ask for help. So please, if you know someone that's in that situation, just ask, are you okay? Do you need help? Because otherwise you're going to be in the same situation that we're in, and we're never going to see be able to see him again. Now, we all grieve extremely differently. And when my sister, Corinne, was going through the pain of losing her big brother, like I did, she grieved in a completely different way than what I did. She actually read quite a lot of books on grieving, and where she actually found the most help was actually in kids' books. And she actually realised that there actually really isn't enough help out there for adults on how to grieve, especially with losing someone so quickly. And now I couldn't be more proud of my sister, because not only did she think that there's not an avenue for adults how to grieve, she actually took the bull by the horns, and she's actually written her very first book on how to grieve, called Learn to Fly. It's done as a children's book, but aimed at adults and young adults. So before I head over to the table and show you what products I'm going to be using today, I'm going to show you a quick little video that Corinne's done. It's basically a little blurb on her book, Learn to Fly, and it's actually a Kickstarter campaign. Now, please don't take this as I'm trying to scam money out of you guys and all that sort of stuff. That's not why I'm showing this video. I'm showing you this video because me as a big brother, and I'm sure Jeff as an even bigger brother, he couldn't be more proud, and I couldn't be more proud of you, Corinne. So here's the video that my sister done, and yeah, again, I'm not trying to use this as a scam to get money out of you guys. If you want to donate, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And my sister and all my family love you for it. But please, this is not me trying to get money out of you guys. This is just me showing you how proud I am of my sister. So here is my sister's video. My sister's name is Corinne. And here's the Kickstarter video for Learn to Fly. Thanks, guys.
So here it is, introducing Learn to Fly. So I've been told that to grieve is to love. And anybody who has ever lost anybody that they loved know that that is true. And in 2017, myself and my family found ourselves going through our own grief journey in a horrific way. And I was given lots of things. I was given lots of tools and lots of resources and lots of books during that time. And the thing that actually got me through, or made more sense to me, were kids' books on grief. And I feel like that's where the seed was planted for me. And this is where my book has come to be. I thought, why is there not an illustrated book that's for an older market, for adults, that simplifies this grief process and also challenges some of those things that are out there that confuse you at the time, like closure and, time heals all wounds. So this is how Learn to Fly was created, and I'm very excited to be launching this book. So we have a Kickstarter campaign happening, and what this Kickstarter will do, we'll be able to put this book into the hands of those who need it. So by you supporting this Learn to Fly book and this Kickstarter campaign will really help us to be able to get it published, get it printed, get it into the hands of those who need it, and get you a copy as well.
Alrighty, so can you see now why I'm so proud of her? Alrighty, guys. I forgot to actually say, so the pour that I'm actually going to be doing today, I did try to do a rose pour. It turned out absolutely terrible, so I scrapped that. So I'm going to be actually using my 5-chamber split cup, and I've decided to actually do the colours of my brother's favourite football team, which is the Cronulla Sharks, and those colours are blue, black and white. I'll do like a straight pour, maybe a little bit of a ring pour in there as well. I don't know. Whatever happens. But yeah, so now that I've told you what I'm going to be doing today, and I showed you the dry result of last week, let's head over to the table. I'll show you what products I'm going to be using, and then yeah, let's get going. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty then. So here's all the products I'm going to be using today, and as you can see, I'm only using the one brand of paint, which is Global. The colours from Global that I'm using are white, cool blue, turquoise, fluoro blue, and also black. And as I mentioned earlier, that my brother's favourite football team, and also my favourite football team, is the Cronulla Sharks, and their colours are black, white and blue. But you'll notice that I've actually got 3 different blues there. The first reason is I've actually got a 5-chamber split cup, and I actually want to take advantage of all 5 chambers. But the second reason, and the most important and probably significant reason why I'm actually using 3 different blues, is because, well, when my brother did pass away, he was actually able to donate 3 of his organs. He was able to donate his heart and both his kidneys. And by donating those 3 organs, he actually saved 3 people's lives. And ever since that moment, the number 3 has been such a significant number to my whole family. We see it everywhere. It pops up left, right and centre. I mean, for example, we'd be out at a restaurant and without even knowing, we'd be sitting at table number 3. And I mean, that's only one example, but like every time we see signs like that, we know that Jeff is there with us. And so that's why I'm actually using 3 different blues today, is because, well, I know that he's going to be here with us today looking over me while I'm doing this for him. So sorry, guys. Yeah, anyway. So the pouring medium that I'm using today, would you believe, is the Shelley Art recipe. Sorry. So the Shelley Art recipe consists of 2 products, which is Taubmans Easy Coat in neutral and also Sonja Gloss Varnish. And the base coat that I'll be using today is actually just scrapings of a painting that I didn't really like the look of. So I basically scraped it all, saved the paint, mixed it all through, put it through a sieve, put it in the cup, and then put like a really tight elastic band rubber glove around it to keep it airtight. But I will give it a sieve as I'm pouring it onto the actual canvas as well. Alright guys, now that I've actually told you what products I'm going to be using today, I'll clear off all of this, I'll mix up some paint, and then yeah, let's get going. Thanks guys. Alrighty then, so we've got all our paints mixed up, and you will notice that the actual 3 blues have actually got a little bit more mixed up. And there's a reason behind that. In the split cup, they're actually different measurements. So the 2 outer ones are actually 75 mils. 2 and 4 are actually 125 mils. And number 3 chamber is actually 150 mils. And when I actually used this last time, or the very first time I actually used this, I actually made them all 75 mils. But what actually happened was, because the center chambers were actually so much lower, and when I was pouring it out, what was actually happening, the 2 outside chambers actually poured out most of it before even the center ones came out. So I'm hoping that by filling all the chambers to the same level, that they all should come out at the same time. So, well, fingers crossed. Alrighty, so the order that I've got them there is actually the order that I'm going to sort of layer the split cup. So let's start layering, shall we? You! Before I actually pour the rest, I'll just show you the consistency that I've got. So it's quite a thinnish sort of consistency, where you can see the mound sort of disappearing. Now, the reason why I'm actually using my smaller Lazy Susan is because, well, I didn't want to have to reach over all the way into the center of the big one, where I could actually bring this one a little bit closer to where I am. So, just makes it a little bit easier for me, that's all. And also, I wanted to give it a go anyway because I haven't used it yet. I'm not going to use the whole lot because I don't need the whole lot. I'll save the rest for another pour. Now, if you're wondering about this canvas, why it's black, is because, well, that's from the pour that was from this. I tried to do a rose pour, which turned out absolutely terrible. So, so I just scraped it all, popped it in that cup just there, sort of smoothed it all out. So yeah, so then it's just a black canvas now, but I'm still putting on a black base basically. Too funny. Alrighty guys, wish me luck. guys. Now this actually didn't turn out too bad. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted, but I'm still pretty happy with it. Because it didn't turn out exactly how I was hoping, I'm going to do some manipulations. Some people call it wrecking, some people call it altering. I actually like to call it manipulating. So I'm just going to get my palette knife and I'm going to sort of run through it a little bit. Give it a good spin. That's looking pretty cool. That's looking sick. Just got to get it over that corner though. This one just up here. This corner just there. Need a good spot to grip onto. It still hasn't gone over the corner just yet. I'll give it one more spin. Now I'm just wiping a bit just so I can grip onto the Lazy Susan. Yahoo! How sick does that look? Yeah! Woohoo! Oh my god, that looks wicked cool! It looks like a blue, black and white zebra. Yahoo! Now, it didn't turn out anything like I was actually planning on it, but I'm super happy with how this turned out. Yahoo! Oh, these edges are out of this world! Yahoo! Wow! Now I'm just wiping off the bottoms that I can get to at the moment, because as I always say, you don't want a dirty bum. yes, 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 yeah, 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 yes, 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 yes. You! This is sick! And now that I've raised it up, we can actually wipe our bottom, because you don't want a dirty bum. And part of the reason why we actually wipe our bottom of the canvas is so that the paint actually stops pulling. Because if you don't wipe the edges off, or the bottom of the edges, the paint will actually continue to pull along. And you don't want that. Especially with how awesome these edges look. I'll get you down in a second to have a look. So, I've just wiped my hands, but look at them! Look at these hands! You know I've done something good when the hands are like this! Yoo! Alright, I'll get you down for a close-up, because this is sick! Look at those edges. They are so cool. Super happy with these edges. That looks so cool. Alrighty guys, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. This one was actually quite a hard one for me. This one is actually for my brother. It's going in a memorial room that we're building for him. And yeah, throughout this whole process, it's actually been quite hard to actually keep it together. So thank you guys for coming on the journey with me. I really do appreciate it. If you guys think that I'm deserving of a thumbs up, please give us a thumbs up. I'd actually really love to see lots of thumbs up, especially for this one, because it's for my brother. And if you guys haven't yet subscribed and you think that I'm deserving of your subscription, please hit the subscribe button, then hit the little dark bell. That'll indicate when I actually upload new videos. And if you guys think that any of your friends or family might actually like to see me create this, please forward it on to them. I'd love for them to have a look at it as well. Alright guys, one more time, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. As I said, it was a very hard one for me. very emotional, but I thank you for coming along with me. All right. Once again, even though I said once again, I'll say it once more. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. And this is the fine art of distraction.